Hello everyone, welcome to YouTube channel MS Chem Insights by Dr. Aksa Habib. Today I am going to discuss the third lecture of electrochemistry. Its contents are potentiostat, two electrode setup and three electrode setup, which is actually called electrochemical workstation. So let's start with potentiostat. A potentiostat is an electronic device which is used to control the potential difference between working electrode and counter electrode of an electrochemical cell. Thus, by controlling the potential difference between these two electrodes, this potentiostat may help to measure the current flowing through the circuit and provide information about the type of reactions which occur on the surface of these electrodes. So potentiostat may be helpful in various fields of electrochemistry and material science for different studies like corrosion studies, redox reactions, electrode kinetics, and the study of behavior of electroactive materials in an electrochemical cell. Next is voltmeter. In order to understand the voltmeter, we must know the chemistry of metal and electrolyte when they come in contact with each other. So when metal is immersed in the electrolyte, two layers of charges, that is negative charge and positive charges, are established at the interface of metal and electrolyte. Thus an electrochemical double layer is formed. So there is a potential difference between metal and bulk electrolyte. The metal under study is called working electrode, and to obtain the information about the potential of working electrode, another electrode is used which is called reference electrode. So the potential difference between working electrode and reference electrode is measured with the help of a device or instrument called voltmeter. Electrochemical workstation is an advanced laboratory instrument which measures various electrochemical properties of materials used inside the electrochemical cell, like impedance spectroscopy, chronoamperometry, cyclic voltammetry. It basically combines the potentiostat with electrochemical cell. The main components of electrochemical cell in the workstation are working electrode, which is actually the electrode where the reaction of interest occurs. Reference electrode, which maintains the constant potential against which the potential of working electrode is to be measured, and the counter electrode, which is used to complete the circuit with working electrode, and thus it allows the current to flow in the electrochemical cell but not through the reference electrode. And this electrode is made up of non-corroding materials like platinum, graphite, or mixed metal oxide of titanium. A system made up of two electrodes, that is reference electrode and working electrode, in an electrochemical cell is called two electrode setup of electrochemical cell, and this setup is just used to measure the open circuit potential of electrochemical cell or the working electrode. It means that the working electrode is not polarized by some other counter or auxiliary electrode. So it just gives the value of open circuit potential. The reference electrode used in an electrochemical workstation has a well-defined or fixed potential, and this electrode may be made up of any of these systems. For example, standard hydrogen electrode, copper sulfate electrode, saturated calomel electrode, silver chloride electrode. These are the reduction processes which occur at the surface of these electrodes. and these are the conditions at which these electrodes work. For example, SHE works at pH 0 and its potential is arbitrarily taken 0 volt. While the copper sulfate electrode works when we use copper sulfate, saturated solution of copper sulfate, and its potential is 0.318 volt, while saturated calomel electrode and silver chloride electrode work when we use saturated solution of potassium chloride in the salt bridge, and their potentials are 0.241 and 0.199 respectively. In order to polarize the working electrode and to study the redox process which occurs inside the electrochemical cell, there is a need of another electrode which is called counter electrode or auxiliary electrode. The system made up of these three electrodes, that is working electrode, reference electrode and counter electrode, is called three electrode setup or electrochemical workstation when it is combined with potentiostat. This system is mainly employed for corrosion studies to analyze the redox reactions which occur in the electrochemical cell. The counter electrode may act as a source or sink of electrode, that is, it means that it may act as a cathode or anode. For example, during the water splitting study, we have to analyze the HER and OER processes, that is hydrogen evolution process, which occurs at the surface of cathode, and this may occur either at working electrode or counter electrode. On the other hand, oxygen evolution reaction which occurs at anode, and this may also occur either at working electrode or counter electrode. It means that counter electrode is not fixed. Counter electrode may act as cathode or anode. It is highly recommended that the surface of counter electrode is much more greater than that of working electrode in order to avoid any inconvenience of kinetic hindrance at the surface of counter electrode, which may ultimately limit the system. Finally, the counter electrode is placed at greater distance from that of working electrode, while the reference electrode is placed closer to the working electrode in the electrochemical workstation. This was all about today's lecture about potentiostat and electrochemical workstation. If you have any question, please drop me an email at the email ID given in the start of this lecture or drop your comments in the comment box. Thank you very much for your attention.